Hello. So today we're going to be talking about postpartum exercise and what that looks like. In today's world of social media, there's a lot of get back out there and kind of start moving your body right away. But in midwifery care, we usually take a much more softer and gentler approach. So one of the things that I like to talk about is really for the first week. The first 2 weeks is really a hyper healing mode, but the first week we really just want you in bed resting. This is not a time to kind of work out and get your body back. This is just a time to recover from birth and really allow your body time to heal, especially if you have things like a tear or sutures. You're going to want to take it really, really easy. Your biggest form of exercise might be rolling over in bed and adjusting pillows to nurse your baby, or taking a shower, going to the bathroom. Really, those are your forms of exercise in the first week, which might sound crazy, but allow yourself that grace and that time. And in the second week, you're going to kind of want to be around your bed. So you might get up to sit in the chair in the room, or you might go into your living room to sit in the chair and then go right back to bed an hour later. You're not going to want to go too far because your energy is kind of going to boost up, but it's going to be very short. So you're only going to have a little bit of energy to use. And the second you use it, you might be really exhausted. So still in this time, you're going to be allowing yourself a lot of grace and space just to rest and recover. And in that third week is when your energy and your recovery is you're gonna kind of start to feel this a little bit of momentum. And again, this really depends on how your birth was. If you had a really difficult birth with a lot of tearing and bruising, week 3 might still feel like week 1, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Just give yourself that grace and that time. But on a general rule, week 3, you should be up, moving around your house, being able to grab yourself a snack or fill up your water bottle, but you're still going to be taking things really slow, not really jumping into doing laundry and carrying baskets and unloading the dishwasher and things like that. No vacuuming or sweeping or raking outside. You're still going to want to give yourself a lot of rest. And in that 4th and 5th week, you can kind of start to increase that energy. So it might feel really good to put the baby in a baby carrier and go for a short walk and come back home. As far as jumping right back into a workout routine, I still think that can be a little too soon. But again, if you had a really easy birth and you're feeling really incredible by week 4 and 5, then I say start out really slow. Start out with a workout app. There's one called Bloom that's really, really great. You can tailor it to kind of your needs and what you want to work on, but it has very specific workouts for working on your pelvic floor, which is what you really need during that time. Working on your pelvic floor can be really simple things like working on your breathing, laying in bed flat or laying on the floor flat and doing a rhythmic a sequence of rhythmic breathing that can help to engage your pelvic floor and tighten up your ab muscles again, because you haven't used those in so long. So Bloom is a really great app for that. They might also recommend things like putting a tennis ball in between, laying on your back and with your knees up, and putting a tennis ball in between your legs and squeezing that tennis ball. That will engage your glutes and your pelvic floor, to get things kind of wake them up and figure out how you need to regain the strength in those muscles again. So that's kind of a general rule. And then by week 6, you can really, if you're really feeling great and up for it, you can start to slowly increase your activity. So if you've only walked for 5 minutes, maybe take that mile walk and see how it is. If you've only walked with baby in the carrier on you, maybe put the baby in the stroller because that's extra weight, and go for a walk pushing them. And if that feels really good, then increase the activity from there. Start out with a really slow workout. The biggest mistake that a lot of parents make is they start doing their workout that they were doing pre-pregnancy, and usually that's really difficult for them. If you're used to doing squats with 15-pound dumbbells in your hands and that's how you want to start, that can create an injury in you, and it can be too much too soon. You can develop things like mastitis even from just being purely exhausted. So really start off slow. Start off with the 5-pound weights and only do half of them. And if you feel great the next day, then keep going. But if you don't feel so great the next day, then pull back. So you're really going to want to just be really gentle on your body while you dive back into this life of kind of working out and trying to incorporate all those muscles and regain strength again postpartum. But I would say give yourself a lot of grace. And if you are a person that's really loves to run and loves to do workout routines, then I want to encourage you to make sure that your hydration and your nutrition is on point. If you are a breastfeeding mom, a breastfeeding parent, make sure that you are really eating a lot of calories. You want to be eating just as much calories as you were while you were pregnant. High fats, high proteins, and carbs. Incorporate that into your day, especially if you're burning a lot more calories. You're going to need those calories to be replaced in order for your milk supply to stay high and for it not to crash. People that really start working out and start limiting food, that the first thing to go is typically your milk supply and your energy level, which are all things that you don't want to happen, especially with the lack of sleep that happens postpartum just from nursing a baby all night. So I hope this was really helpful. I just want to encourage you guys to be really gentle on your bodies and go slow. All right,